On Sean Hannity's show on Fox News, Democratic Party political strategist James Carville made a bold statement. In his opinion, the process of weakening Donald Trump's position has already begun. Carville, who previously incorrectly predicted Kamala Harris's victory in the election, now claims that Trump's ratings are falling and the Democrats should just wait. He compared the situation to an American football game where his party allegedly played with 7 quarterbacks. That is, a weakened squad, but still almost won. Carville's main argument is Trump's declining support in the polls and the upcoming controversial decisions of the Republicans, such as possible tax breaks for the rich and budget changes in the field of medicine. According to Carville, the Democrats should play possum, pretend to be passive, allowing the Republicans to make mistakes. We should not be aggressive, just wait for the moment, he said. Is this really the beginning of the end for Trump, or is it just Democrat wishful thinking? Time will tell.
Now the president of American history, but I'm glad that you're on the fiscal responsibility bandwagon. I'm glad you're on the bandwagon of Bill Clinton being able to balance the budget and bring unbelievable prosperity to America. But, you reading these polls, and I'm reading the polls saying the Democrats are 13 points up in the congressional generic, that Donald Trump has the lowest approval rating of any president at this point in his presidency in American history. So your viewers are getting one view, and I'm reading another view. So one of us is right and one of us is wrong. It's that simple.
We put on Trafalgar.
They got fact checkers at Fox and.
Well, we do, and we put on Trafalgar and Matt Towery and Robert Cahaley and an Insider Advantage. And by the way, for the last 3 presidential elections, they were the top pollsters in the country, among the top 3. So they're pretty credible to me.
Let's put that aside. So again, the lowest approval at this point in history. But if your viewers want to believe this, go ahead and believe it. I mean, I can't do anything about it. If they want to believe, that Donald Trump is going to come. I'm going to congratulate you on good journalism. You asked him about Medicaid, and that's the most constipated answer I've ever heard in my life. But you did your job. I'm going to give you credit for being an insightful and good journalist.
I appreciate you giving me credit, James. I do. You're a fun guy to debate. Listen, you said you want to talk about the polls you believed. Your polls told you Kamala Harris is going to be president, didn't they? You were predicting she's going to win. What happened?
The polls were tough.
Because my pollsters got it right. They predicted Donald Trump would win.
So let me back up. We went with our 7th-string quarterback, and we lost by 1.5 points, and we actually picked up a congressional seat. So if you're asking me, did I think that she was going to win, and she didn't win? Yes, all the polling showed it even. It turned out to be a 1.5 point race. And you lost seats. But if you have, and I'm telling the Democrats, just sit there, play possum, let them go, let them go, let them go. Poll numbers are declining. The collapse is already underway. Let's see when they put the Medicaid budget, when they put the $4.5 trillion of tax cuts to wealthy people. Just let the ball come to you. We don't need to be aggressive now. We can just
All right, so do you trust CBS?
And they're going to have to
CBS had him on the positive side. American people agree with him on immigration. They agree with him on reckless spending. They agree with eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse. What happened? You know, Bill Clinton, and I'll give him credit where credit's due. I mean, and I give as much credit to Newt Gingrich, to be honest, and the fact that he had such a bad first midterm. And the era of big government is over, end of welfare as we know it. And they balance the budget, the two of them together. They work together. I see your party screaming and yelling and acting like lunatics, and you're smarter than that because that's not you. And you're kind of spinning a little on me because you got your ass kicked in this election, and everyone thought you were all going to win.
No, I lost a point. We lost by 1.5 points. But all you have to do, you can go to Real Clear Politics. It's actually a conservative-leaning site, and they run all the poll averages. You can look them up. It's right there. This is not some kind of secret thing. If you go back and you look at polling, was actually very accurate in the 2024 election. I mean, there was a certain infinite stuff that you can get wrong. But yeah, now look again, 13-point lead in the congressional race. The Democrats are almost certain to win the Virginia governor's race. I mean, no, not almost. They are certain to win it. And they're certain to win the House of Representatives back. And that's just a fact. That you can look and see, and Trump is the lowest rated president at this point of any president in American history. It's a fact.
Well, what poll are you citing? Because I'm citing Matt Towery, Robert Cahill, and the CBS poll. So you want me to go to the Real Clear Politics average?
Look at Trump approval, and is the Trump? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If you look at the CBS poll on topic after topic, the country's agreeing with his agenda, not with your party's agenda.
What was Trump's job approval in the CBS poll?
I think it was about 50%, but it was. I've seen polls where it's 54, 55.
I think it was under that. I think it was under that.
I don't think so.
And
but if you look at it and then you break it down by issue.
Ipsos poll is 40. Look, it's not going to do any good for us to sit here and argue, because your viewers can believe you, and it can go to Real Clear Politics, and they can actually see it. It's not like this is some hidden information that people in Washington are passing around each other. It's there. He is the lowest rated president a month into his presidency than any president in United States history. That's the fact. I can be fact-checked. They can do whatever they want.
That's fine. We can go back and forth. You wrote a New York Times op-ed, three reasons I am certain that Kamala Harris will win. And you laid out your 3 reasons. And another point, you actually said, I'm doubling down that I think Harris is going to win. You said that. And I'm sure you went by the same polls that you're citing. Here's my question, though. To me, if you want to be the party where the Democrats defend men playing in women's sports, if you want to be the party that stands up for illegal immigrants' rights over safety and security of Americans, because they let millions of unvetted illegals in this country, including terrorists and cartel members and murderers, if you want to be the party that is going to fight against spending hundreds of billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse, I think it's a bad strategy. And as, you know, somebody I respect you, I would think you would agree with me that Democrats should stand with Donald Trump on getting rid of that waste, fraud, and abuse.
So I missed an election call, okay? I'm a gambler. I bet against the point spread. I was actually 26-6 publicly in my last 32 picks, but I missed 6. I got 26 right, but I missed 6.
Pretty good.
Okay, I missed an election, for God's sake, because every political consultant always gets every election exactly right. So let's just say I missed a couple. I think the Republican Party is against the minimum wage. I think the Republican Party stands for more tax cuts for people making over $400,000 a year. I think the Republican Party wants to get rid of a woman's right to choose. I think the Republican Party wants to destroy Medicaid. I think the Republican Party would like to get rid of Medicare if it possibly can. I think the Republican Party supports Vladimir Putin. I think the Republican Party is weak when it comes to communist China. So there are a lot of issues of which I have profound and deep disagreements with the Republican Party on. I must tell you that in all honesty. And there are many things that the Democrats want to do that I really believe in.
Okay, well, you didn't answer.
I don't know any Democrat ran for whether women or men playing sports. I know of no
they're
Democrat
out there advocating
that ran on high school sports. Well, I haven't. And I don't know of them. And if they do,
I hear a lot of Democrats.
I'll let the high school athlete.
I hear a lot of Democrats standing up for illegal immigrants. And they don't want to deport them. They want to have sanctuary states and cities. I hear a lot of Democrats like Kamala saying she's against fracking and drilling until she's running for election. I see a lot of Democrats, do support men their rights to play women's sports. And you're not addressing those key issues that are.
It's the key issue. What the High School Athletic Association decides who's eligible to play what sport is the key issue. We're going to continue to help people with health care, with Medicaid and Medicare, or the key issues that we're going to secure people's retirement security. The key issue is in this century, under Democratic presidents, 50 million jobs have been created and 1 million jobs under Republicans. I think most Democrats that I know want to create jobs, create opportunity for people, and create opportunity for young people. I don't know of anybody that's sitting there worrying about who plays in the high school track meet. I really don't.
Well, okay. Well, maybe you're not listening to the same Democrats I am. That's fine. All right, now on the side of our screen, I am scrolling all of the waste, fraud, and abuse. And this is money that is not spent on this country. They've identified tens and tens and tens of billions of dollars. And this is being spent on the radical Green New Deal, DEI, wokeism, transgenderism, LGBTQ+. Except with the exception of John Fetterman, I don't hear Democrats saying, you know what, we ought not be spending the American people's money this way. What say you?
I see you got USAID up there. They spend $41 billion. They spend $41 billion. The federal budget is $6 trillion. I did the math, Sean. It actually comes to something like 0.014%. So take the $41 billion, put it against the $6 trillion, and see what you've done when your president is responsible for more federal debt than any president in the history of the United States. So I'll spot you the $41 billion. Now we $5,998 billion or whatever you got. Okay, I did the math on USAID. You got it right up there.
Okay, USAID
$41 billion out of $6 trillion.
But James, you're smarter than this.
I'm looking at the screen
because I'm listening really closely to you, and USAID is 1% of what they're finding, and they're finding it in every department of government, and they're finding all this DEI money. I got a whole packet of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Somebody said they came up with 8.
Go ahead.
I'm far against waste, fraud, and abuse. I saw $8 billion that they come up with now, but show us the number. I mean,
they have been.
Stand up. You're in control of the Congress. You're in control of the Senate. You're in control of the courts. You're in control of the presidency. Do it, dude. Go to it.
Okay.
Hack away.
Right now, we live under Biden and Harris's economy.
In the world.
He's been in office now in his 5th week. He's been in office in his 5th week. And I don't know if you saw my interview with Elon and President Trump, but this is 1%. And what's happening is we're seeing the biggest, I think, corruption, scandal, abuse of taxpayers in my life. Now, I hear you, and I hear James Carville circa 1990s, and it's like you don't want to address what Americans seem to say is their top priorities: illegal immigration. They want lower energy prices. They want the economy fixed. And you're right, it's going to take a little bit of time. We have to get reconciliation passed. Democrats won't help with any of that. So it'll probably sometime in May, we'll begin to get the Trump economy in place.
Do you know what year had the most domestic energy production in American history? I happen to know. 2024.
I have no idea.
Fact check. I do.
That statement is true.
Domestic energy.
But here's what you're missing.
I'm not looking at USAID. $41 billion out of $6 trillion. Put it on
that's your math. That's only
one.
That's 1% of what they're finding. I'm going to let it go, but I'll say this: one of the reasons we were in the position to get the highest gas production is because Donald Trump, for the first time in 75 years in his first term, for the first time in 75 years, made America energy independent. And Democrats have been fighting against that and their EV mandates and their $7 billion for electric vehicles. But anyway, I don't know, James. I think you need a new playbook. I really do.
Yeah,
but I still love you.
I'm not too worried about the high school track meet, but I am worried about people having affordable health care. That's the difference between our two parties.
If it was your daughter
about the high school track meet, I'll worry about people getting good health care. Okay, we'll agree to disagree. We'll agree
get rid of
disagree.
Obamacare.
Yeah. All right, man.
That would be a good start. All right, James. Good to see you. God bless you.
You had a chance. Do it again. You got the majority. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You bet.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.